Hey everyone, how's it going? So what we'll do now is add the user details, and that is going to be the name and the username and stuff like that. But just before we do that, I did forget to add one little bit of style which makes the background blue when we are following that person. It's real simple. We'll just go back to our CSS file real quick. I can do it from here. It's only 2 lines. 2 lines of style, I should say. So we'll say dot follow button and then dot following. Because remember, when the user is following that person, we have 2 classes there. We have follow button and we have following as the class. So we can target an element with both of those classes. And we'll just say background color is going to be var and then dash dash blue. And then finally the color, so the text color is going to be FFF. Alright, give that a save, and hopefully when we refresh the page we should see it turn blue, and we do. And of course, just to check this one more time, if we call it with false, we should not see it turn blue because it wouldn't have both those classes, which it does, so great. So anyway, like I said, the user details, so the name and stuff like that, so let's get to that. So underneath here, in line with the profile buttons container one, so still inside of the profile header container, we will add a div called user details container. Oh, make sure that's right. User details container. And just to make it easier, I'm going to collapse this one because we've done with this one for now. We'll come back and do this when we add the condition in there, but for now I'm just going to collapse that just so it's out of the way. And I'll do the same for cover photo container. I'll collapse that as well. So I've collapsed both of those just to make it easy to work with. All right. So the first thing we'll do is add a span with the class display name. If I can spell display name. So display name is the class, and then we'll make the text of this. Now this is going to be the user's name that's on their profile. Now Twitter's a bit weird in the sense that you don't have to show your first and last name. You can just use your display name for everything. So you can either use the username here or something. But I'm going to add the first name and last name. So I'll say profile user dot first name, and then I'll do a space, and then I'll do that again, so like that, and then profile user dot last name. Now if I refresh the page, you should see the first and last name there. Like I said, if you want to use the username instead, you're more than welcome to do that, but I'm just going to use the first and last name. Alright, let's duplicate that line below, and then let's change class display name to class username. And then this will be profile user dot username, and then we'll get rid of this part right here. We only need the one. So there's the username, but I'm also going to add an @ symbol in front of that. So just before the pound sign, I'll add an @ symbol because it's a username. And then you should see the username. Great. We'll also add a space for the description as well. So we'll add profile user dot description. And get rid of the @ symbol and change this to description. Alright, underneath that we'll do one more thing. We'll say followers container. So we're creating a div with the class followers container, and inside there we'll create an anchor tag. And the href is going to be, I'll get rid of those double quotes and use backticks instead so that we can inject a variable. So we'll say slash profile slash and then the user's username. So in this case it's going to be profile user dot username, and then outside of that we're going to do a slash and then just say following. Okay, so there's our link which will take us to the following page, and then inside there we'll say span, and this is going to have the class value, and this is going to be the number of followers they have. So we'll say what do we want to put in there? Let's just put 0 for now. And then on the line below, we'll say span, and this is just going to be a span with the text following. All right, copy and paste that. All right, copy and paste that whole anchor tag onto the line below, and we'll do the same thing for followers as well. So instead of following there, we'll put followers, and then the same thing here, followers. Now let's refresh the page and see what that looks like. So now we have 0 following and 0 followers. Okay, great. So the only thing left to do here is to style this. Of course, we'll update these values here once we actually have the user's followers. At the moment, that doesn't exist in our schema, so we'll come back to that. So yeah, the next thing to do is just to style this.